welcome to another book tasting. Today, I have a very special book for you guys. Now, I know I say that pretty much every week, but I really truly mean it this week because this book that I have to share with you today is a book that I read when I was probably your age. Your parents probably read it, and your teacher probably even read it. She probably read it several times, but it's definitely a book to read that never gets old through the ages. It's titled Bunnicula, a rabbit tale of mystery. Now, if you haven't read it, pick it up today in the library because this is a killer mystery with a little bit of scariness in there because, as you can see, this rabbit right here, yep, it's a vampire. Pretty cool. But it's not the usual blood-sucking vampire that we know. Oh no. This little bunny vampire does something a little different. Now, this book is so much fun, and it is told by the dog. Yep, the dog tells the story, and it is so much fun to read from a dog's perspective. They live with a family called the Monroes. They have the dog, whose name is Harold, a cat, whose name is Chester, and then the bunny, who they call Bunnicula. And I'm just going to go ahead and start reading for you guys and jump around so you get to learn who the characters are, what happens, and how the dog and the cat figure out this crazy power that this little bunny has. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with chapter 1, just to introduce you to everything and get you started. Chapter 1, The Arrival. I shall never forget the first time I laid these now tired old eyes on our visitor. I had been left home by the family with the admonition to take care of the house until they returned. That's something they always say to me when they go out. Take care of the house, Harold. You're the watchdog. I think it's their way of making up for not taking me with them, as if I wanted to go anyway. You can't lie down at the movies and still see the screen. And people think you're being impolite if you fall asleep and start to snore or scratch yourself in public. No, thank you. I'd rather be stretched out on my favorite rug in front of a nice, whistling radiator. But I digress. I was talking about that first night. Well, it was cold. The rain was pelting the windows, the wind was howling, and it felt pretty good to be indoors. I was lying on the rug with my head on my paws, just staring absently at the front door. My friend Chester was curled up on the brown velvet armchair, which years ago he'd staked out as his own. I saw that once again he'd covered the whole seat with his cat hair, and I chuckled to myself, picturing the scene tomorrow. Next to grasshoppers, there is nothing that frightens Chester more than the vacuum cleaner. In the midst of this reverie, I heard a car pull into the driveway. I didn't even bother to get up and see who it was. I knew it had to be the family, the Monroes, since it was just about that time